Lesson 8. Verbs, non-finite forms. Icebreaker. Did you notice what is wrong in the above-mentioned sentences? The verbs in all these sentences have been used incorrectly. Finite and non-finite verbs. Finite verbs show the main action or the state of the subject in a sentence. They tell us what the subject is doing and change according to the tense. Examples: she runs every morning. They played football yesterday. Non-finite verbs do not change according to the subject or the tense of the sentence. Examples: I love singing. They were to bring the disc yesterday. Kinds of non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are special because they do not change according to who is doing the action or when it is happening. There are three main kinds of non-finite verbs: infinitives, gerunds, and participles. Infinitives. Infinitives are verbs in their most basic form, often starting with the word to. They are like the to plus verb version of a word. Infinitives are used when we want to talk about the general idea of an action, but they do not tell us who is doing it or when. Examples: to swim is a great way to stay fit. She wants to read a book tonight. Gerunds. Gerunds are verbs that end in ing. They are used when we want to turn a verb into a noun, making it an activity or a thing. Gerunds are therefore also known as verbal nouns. Examples: swimming is my favorite sport. Reading books is a relaxing hobby. Participles. Participles are verbs that often end in en, ed, or ing, but some participles have irregular forms. We use participles to create different verb tenses or to describe things. Since participles describe things functioning as adjectives, they are called verbal adjectives. Examples: the broken vase needs fixing. Here, broken is a participle describing the vase. I planted that flowering tree. Here, flowering is a participle describing the tree. To infinitive, various patterns. Verb plus to infinitive. In this pattern, the to infinitive follows a verb. It is used when we want to talk about an action that someone does. Example: she likes to dance. Here, likes is the verb and to dance is the action she enjoys doing. To infinitive after appear, claim, seem. Sometimes, after certain verbs like appear, claim, and seem, we use the to infinitive to explain the purpose or intention behind an action. It may describe the verb. Example: she seemed to be happy. Here, seemed is the verb and to be happy tells us how she seemed. Verb plus question word. What, how, where, when, who, plus to infinitive. This pattern is used when we have a question word like what, how, where, when, who, followed by the to infinitive. It helps us ask questions about actions. Example: I can't decide what to eat for dinner. Here, what is the question word, and to eat tells us about the action we are asking about. Verb plus object plus question word plus to infinitive. This pattern includes a question word and an object, the thing or person that the action is affecting. Example: he asked her what to do. Here, he is the subject, asked is the verb, her is the object, and what to do is the action he asked about. Verb plus object plus to infinitive. In this pattern, the to infinitive follows a verb and an object. It helps us describe what someone is doing to something or to someone else. Example: she taught him to swim. Here, she is the subject, taught is the verb, him is the object, and to swim is the action she taught him. Verb plus to infinitive or verb plus object plus to infinitive. Sometimes you can have a choice between using a verb alone or using a verb with an object before the to infinitive. Remember that the meaning may change by adding the object. Examples: I wanted to run. Here, want is the verb and to run is the action. I wanted her to run. Here, want is the verb, her is the object, to run is the action. Please note that the meaning has changed by introducing the object. I wanted myself to run. Here, want is the verb, myself is the object, to run is the action. Please note that the meaning has not changed by introducing the object. Adjective plus to infinitive. In this pattern, an adjective is followed by the to infinitive. It helps us describe how someone feels or what someone's opinion is. Example: it's important to study. Here, important is the adjective and study is the infinitive. Understanding infinitives, participles, gerunds. The infinitive without to. The infinitive without to is the basic form of a verb, such as eat, run, jump. It is used after certain verbs like help, make, let, hear, see. Examples: she made him eat his vegetables. I heard her sing a beautiful song. Use of to. To is used to express that something is not possible or that there is an obstacle preventing an action. It combines the words to, followed by an adjective, and to, followed by an infinitive. Examples: it's too hot to go outside. It is so hot that going outside is not possible. She is too tired to finish her homework. She is very tired, so she cannot complete her homework. Infinitives to make sentences compact. Infinitives are sometimes used to make sentences shorter and more concise. This can be done by omitting unnecessary words or clauses. Example: long version: I decided that I would go to the store. Compact version: I decided to go to the store. Infinitives to join sentences. Infinitives can be used to join two sentences, making them more connected. This is often done to show a cause and effect relationship between the two actions. Example: she studied hard. She wanted to score well. She studied hard to score well. The infinitive to score connects the desire for scoring well with studying hard. Participles to join sentences. Participles, which are verbs that often end in ed or ing, can also be used to join two sentences. They are used to show that one action happened while another was in progress. Example: he was reading a book. The phone rang. While he was reading a book, the phone rang. Misplaced participles. Sometimes participles can be misplaced, which makes the sentence lose its intended meaning. It usually happens when the participle is not correctly placed in relation to the noun it is supposed to modify. Example: walking down the street, my hat blew away. It seems like the hat was walking down the street, which is not the intended meaning. My hat blew away while I was walking down the street. Rephrasing the sentence thus retains the intended meaning. Gerunds. Gerunds can be used in three ways: verb plus ing form. A gerund refers to the ing form of a verb being used as a noun. It can function as a subject, object, or complement in a sentence. Examples: swimming is fun. Subject: she enjoys reading. Object: watch out. While gerunds may be preceded by to, it is not always correct to use to and ing words together. Example: he is devoted to swimming. Right. To swimming is his passion. Wrong. To swim is his passion. Right. Verb plus preposition plus ing form. Some verbs are followed by prepositions before the gerund to create specific meanings. Example, she is good at painting. Be or get used to plus ing form. This structure is used to indicate familiarity or comfort within an action. Example, I'm used to waking up early. Knowledge gained. A non-finite verb has no subject. Moreover, unlike finite verbs, it shows no change according to the person or the number of the subject. Infinitives, participles, and gerunds are the three main non-finite forms of verbs. The infinitive comprises to and the root or base form of a verb such as go, walk, come. Some verbs are followed by object plus infinitive without to or object plus ing form. A participle is a word that originates from a root verb. It functions as a part of a verb phrase. There are two participles, the present participle and the past participle. The ing form of the root verb that shows continuous action is called the present participle. The ed or en form of the root verb that shows a completed action is called the past participle. Participles are also used as adjectives. Such participles are called verbal adjectives. Gerunds are a form of verb that are used as a noun. Therefore, they are also called verbal nouns.